Hi guys, this is Editor Kay. I just got out of the shower, obviously, as you can tell, and came to find out that our Beatles reaction for this week that we did for this theme, for my pick, has been blocked worldwide. I did not know that they apparently do not like people to react to it. So I am going to take the actual music out and just put a link to the official audio video, for their page in the description below. So I am still going to keep all the discussion that we had on it, and then of course we'll talk more about it in the podcast. But so anyway, this is going to be a very oddly edited video, but I wanted to let you guys know. All right, thank you guys so much. I hope you still enjoy it, and please go listen to A Day in the Life by the Beatles. Bye, guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to y'all hearing this moody version with thunderstorms.
Right?
In case you didn't hear that one.
That's why I had the face in the beginning. All I heard was a boom. I said, but welcome back. Hey.
Right. I'm Kay. Thank you guys so much for coming back.
Yes, my name is Honeybee, or you can call me Bee, whichever you choose. Hi.
So we are a music appreciation podcast / YouTube reaction channel. What we do is every week we pick a theme. We each pick a song for the theme.
A thong?
Yeah, we even pick a song.
I mean, the thong.
That's right. It's the thong song.
Yeah, that's the song. That's the theme of the week.
Right.
Thong.
We react to each other's songs.
Yes.
Off camera though for the songs, and then we get in the podcast. We get into the nitty gritty. Who did what, where, when, why, how, all that good stuff. Exactly.
Hear you.
Just so you guys know, any of these reaction videos you're seeing, anytime you hear music, we do not monetize them because we really feel like the money should go to the artists, the creators, the copyright holders. So hopefully the artist is in there somewhere.
Right.
So yeah, well, we don't monetize them. So if you're seeing ads, the money's not coming to us, basically.
Right.
But there are so many ways you can support us.
I'm here for it. And the ways that you can support us is by checking out this box right below.
There, we're over here. Somewhere down here.
So the description box, let me be specific.
Yeah.
The description box below, there's a link in there, and there brings you to all the different ways that you can support us. So we have a Patreon, which is amazing. We have a lot of monthly things going on in there. So definitely check that out. We have a merch store, which is absolutely incredible. So many different things on there. So check that out. And then also by subscribing, liking, commenting all across all digital platforms, whether it's our YouTube reaction channel or the podcast on any of the streaming platforms. It really helps out, and it's been an amazing journey. And again, we just hit 100 followers on YouTube, or subscribers, and thank you guys so much for that. And it's amazing because the more we're able to reach, the more we're able to access different features to reach more people. So now we can actually do lives and stuff like that. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So girl, why don't you tell them what the theme of the week is?
So this week, I'm so excited for this one. We are doing storytellers. So those songs that tell a story of some sort,
Yes.
I had so much fun trying to pick out just one because there's so many.
Yeah.
So many.
There are so many you could choose from.
So many. So I decided to go with a band that has always been a huge part of my life. It's my mother's favorite band. I have grown up listening to all of their music. I could recite you all of their albums from front to back, probably.
Yes.
And we're doing the Beatles. We're doing A Day in the Life.
I'm so here for this. And you know why? Believe it or not, growing up, I didn't listen to a lot of the Beatles. Well, so there's a lot of Beatles music that is super famous that I've never heard. Like, well, once I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, I know that song. I didn't know like that was the Beatles. Like, and it's just no specific reason. I never really got into the Beatles and never had, and like we were always listening to different stuff. So like I never, but my dad did like the Beatles, you know what I mean? But it was just like, I don't know too much about them. So I love to hear other people basically introduce me and be like, this is, because the Beatles catalog is so big. And it's so powerful that it's like there's so many ways you can go into it. So I'm excited. This is
one of my all-time favorites of theirs. It's kind of an odd one, but it does tell a story, which is why I did. Yeah. And it's so funny because I have absolutely no idea which ones were like radio ones and which ones weren't, because we just listened to like the whole album over and over again.
Right. Right.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you really, like what's kind of popular and what's not. So I don't know if you've ever heard this. It's the final track off of, oh goodness, Sgt. Pepper's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm so excited to get into it.
Yes.
All right. Let us play. Okay, we'll pause it there.
Whoa. It was about to transition into something.
Yep.
Whoa. I was like, I sat there and I was zoning out and I was getting ready for the build up. Like a beat's about to drop and I was like, oh my God, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love this song.
This is so dope. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, ooh.
So do you think you've heard it or no?
I feel like I feel like we'll talk about it during the podcast because I'm gonna see if I feel like I heard it in a movie before.
Okay.
That's why it sounds familiar to me. But I could be wrong. It just has that
we need to do Yellow Submarine sometime for one of the music movies. So it's all. So the people who are playing like the voice actors of, because it's a cartoon.
Right.
And let me tell you, when you watch this, you're going to be like, you grew up watching this because it is an acid trip. But my mom loves the Beatles so much that we watched it all the time. And now I watch it and I'm like, I understand. I understand so much about myself now.
Whoa. So now I need to see this.
Yeah, so the voice actors aren't the Beatles, although they sound very similar, but it's all their music in it.
Right.
It's so good.
Super dope. That's super dope. I love that. I love when albums become whole campaigns or whole films or whole movies. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's why I love Beyonce. Just saying.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, so let's finish it up.
Yeah, let's finish it up because this is dope.
Yep. End of album.
That's how the album ends?
Yep.
That's fucking fire.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. I mean, the OG's right there.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
That was fire.
I love that song. It's a very disjointed story, but they do good. Anyway, we'll get into that in the podcast. But
whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, that was dope.
Yeah.
And I love how it ended too. That's the one thing about the Beatles music. I feel like you just get sucked into it. Like you can just listen to it over and over and over again.
I mean, again, growing up listening to it, I just it's hard to listen to just one song. Like if I listen to it, I have to listen to like the whole
thing. Yeah, like you got to listen to the whole thing. I feel that.
And I love that they started
so
out
good.
very. I mean, they're considered pop because they are. But I love how we were talking about seasons when it's artists, and like they really did. Like each album was its own kind of separate thing, and they were trying different things. And as they like saw more of the world and heard like world music, they brought some stuff in. So George Harrison especially really loved Indian music and like sitars and whatnot, and he actually went and studied and like all sorts of stuff.
I remember because didn't they end up meeting like a spiritual guru, and that ended up creating some sort of conflict within the group, and like I took you're gonna laugh at this one because at the beginning of this I said I've never really listened to the Beatles music, anything like that, but I still haven't listened to it, even though I took a class at Penn State that was on the Beatles.
How
it was either Penn State or at CCRI. One of them. I think it was Penn State.
Penn State. How did you let this man pass without listening.
Hey, listen, I studied the songs that we were supposed to.
Yeah.
It was all about their lyrical structure, and it was about
Their harmonies.
Yeah, and it talked about, but I just remember learning in that class that I remember reading a section about how they were going to, I believe they went to India, and they ended up meeting a spiritual guru there. Either one of the members did, or the whole group did.
Yeah. So I think they all did, but George Harrison was especially very much into it and went back afterwards and whatnot.
And it that's so dope. Oh, I mean, it's the Beatles. What?
Yeah.
It's the Beatles.
I'm so happy we got to finally get some in Beatles, there somehow.
Yes.
I was as soon as it said storytellers, I was like, oh man, yeah, that one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Ooh. Yeah. Well, tell us what you think of this track by the Beatles.
What's your favorite Beatles song or album or, whole smorgasbord, whatever.
And what is your favorite storyteller song?
Yeah,
what would you consider a storyteller song? You know what I'm saying? Until next time, guys, we love you.
Bye.